Hello, guys. Welcome to Aintree After Hours, brought to you by our sponsors, Close Brothers. They're going to keep me warm as well for the next few days, as they did it. They didn't at Cheltenham, but I've got the jacket on. I need to keep warm because we've got a great backdrop here. I'm out in the open, and what a day's racing we've had. We've got some fantastic guests coming along on this show as well. Tomorrow, we've got Laura Wright. I know Laura very well. She's a very good singer for everybody who doesn't know. She can absolutely bout out the national anthem. I've heard her do that on many an occasion. So that'll be a great guest tomorrow. And on Saturday, I'm joined by Alice Plunkett. But I'm excited to say tonight, we had him at Cheltenham, but he was obviously just sending in previews. But I've actually got him on Zoom for the whole episode tonight. Barry Geraghty, thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm good, Chris. It was a great day's racing. Brilliant. Great to watch.
Where are you? Obviously at home. I can see all the trophies, Barry, in the background.
Yeah, I bring the trophies everywhere with me. So I moved them around the house as I'm wherever I'm sitting.
Good man. What you actually got, just for all our viewers, what have you got in the background there? Just point them out to us.
Well, that is the Grand National 2003 Monty's Pass.
Monty's Pass, yeah.
Yeah, my two Gold Cups. One is Kicking King and the other is Bobsworth. And then in the middle is actually my last winner in Ireland. A juvenile, grade one juvenile in Leopardstown.
Lovely. Barry, where's your Mellin Chase trophy? Because I know you've won this 4 times. You not got one of those kicking around, like a replica or a duplicate somewhere?
That's that. They're in the other room, obviously. No, it's the Grand National and the Gold Cups. They're the ones that keep in my back pocket.
Yeah, they're the ones which get the bit of elbow grease every now and then. Can you actually remember? Obviously, it is the Mellin Chase tomorrow. Can you remember what years you won those? I bet you can't, to be fair. You've rode that many winners. Go on, have a guess. I've got them in front of me.
Yeah, Moscow won in 2005. Possibly 2004. Sprinter probably 12 or 13. Was he 13?
Sprinter 13.
Finian's Rainbow the year before that. Finian's 12, yeah.
Correct. Very good knowledge. Like, you should know that, to be fair. But obviously, when you've rode as many winners as you have, Barry, it's obviously tough to remember. But yeah, great to have you join us today. Racing today's been great. Just before we talk about that, Barry, we'll just remind everybody at home, in case you missed it, a couple of highlights today from the Betway Bowl and the Foxhunters as well. So here's some footage of those.
Clandezobo goes well clear, going down towards the final fence. Has surely only got to jump it to win, and he sails over this. Clandezobo, 20 lengths clear now from Clondor Castle. Native River just coming to the final fence now. But it's going to be third time lucky in this race for Clandezobo, for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden. Clandezobo has won the Betway Bowl. Cousin Pascal, Clondor Westy to the outer, then Some Man and Sagatagal over that final fence. It was Cat Tiger who led under David Maxwell from Late Night Pass, trying to challenge under Gina Andrews. Next in third is Cousin Pascal under James King. Clondor Westy is still running onto the outside. Quite a few of the chance approaching the elbow. Late Night Pass, Cat Tiger, Cousin Pascal to the inside. Clondor Westy toward the outside as they race inside the final furlong. Cousin Pascal has come through now to pick it up from Late Night Pass as they race inside the final half a furlong. It's Cousin Pascal under James King, who has a couple of lengths lead, and Cousin Pascal will win the Rose Patterson Randox Foxhunters.
Yeah, guys, there's your little recap from today, in case you missed any of the action. Before we get on to the Foxhunters, that was a thrilling finish there. Barry, what do you make of today's action? Obviously, Clandezobo in the Betway Bowl, extremely impressive. A 26th length winner. He was inch perfect, right?
He was. No, he destroyed the field. And they were under pressure down the back as well. And when he was on front, he just took it on. He really bounced back to form, having been beaten last time by Secret Investor. I had my doubts, but no, Paul had him on song today, and it was a great performance, and he destroyed him. The second horse was back, so he wasn't just an outsider. He was well fancied to run a big race, and he destroyed them all.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's backed into 13 to do starting price. And just a word on the favourite himself, Native River. I mean, he's not getting any younger, is he? I mean, he just wasn't his day again, unfortunately today. But the ground probably a little bit too quick for him as well. Would you say? Yeah,
and a bit like all of us, he doesn't get any quicker with age. So I think I'd say Aintree, being a flat track and a quick track, I'd say just wasn't playing to his strengths. He ran well in the Gold Cup, but he was always in the back foot here today. But he did well. He galloped away well, and he's shown his years, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Tiger Roll, I mean, a step too far, definitely over those fences today.
Yeah, it was a pity. He would have been better suited by the Grand National, but that wasn't to be. But no, he wasn't able to put his best foot forward, I suppose, on the mile back course.
Yeah, exactly. And the Foxhunters, obviously, cousin Pascal throwing up a bit of a shock at 66 to 1. We asked everybody on ITV Race Day in the social stable. A few people actually backed him. You know, a lot of our viewers, especially on ITV, they go for horses at these prices, and sometimes they go in. Of course, we saw in the Irish Grand National as well, 150 to 1 winner on Easter Monday. What did you make of the Foxhunters, Barry?
That was brilliant. Great to watch. Always great to watch the races over the national course. But it was a great finish. I thought James King was brilliant on the winner. He got the slip through really on the inside, timed his challenge, and that was the difference between winning and losing because the margins were small. But it was great. I thought that David Maxwell did well to sit on Cat Tiger. I'm sure if he was to do it again, he might just delay his challenge a little bit longer. But I'd say he enjoyed himself. And you had a 200 to 1 shot back in fourth, Clondalk Weasel. It was a brilliant race. Yeah, it was just great to see those big price ones coming in because the dream is there for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. And like you just said about David Maxwell, that was some sit, to be fair. I think the benefit of riding just very slightly longer might have saved him there. Bless him.
I'd say definitely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, I was about to say we've all been there. I can't speak for myself really, Barry. I've never rode in a competitive race like you, but I've obviously sat on a horse and come off a horse many a time. But no, we're going to have a little catch up now. I spoke to AP McCoy before we focus on tomorrow's racing with Barry. I caught up with AP McCoy this afternoon. I had a good little discussion with him. Let's just see what the fella's been up to. Sir AP McCoy. So I'm joined by 20-time champion jockey and close brothers ambassador, AP McCoy. Sir Anthony McCoy. What do you prefer?
Thanks, Chris. Oh, Sir Anthony to you, yeah.
That's a nice introduction. So I'm actually, let's get straight into it. I'm joined by Laura Wright tomorrow. She's obviously a very, very talented singer. Can you sing?
I'm a little bit better than her, I would imagine.
You ever sung on like television or anything?
I've murdered a few songs on.
Have you?
In public before. Yeah, I had a little go at Mr. Brightside once on League of Their Own. Felt all right. My backup singers were really good. They were quite loud and they were kind of sort of overpowering me. So. Imagine being able to sing. It must be a great feeling, wasn't it?
That'll be a great feeling. It'd be electric, yeah. Quick fire questions.
Yeah.
Since retiring, what have you been watching on the TV?
I watch a lot of sport. I obviously have, like a lot of people, have watched a few series. I like the Peaky Blinders, Narcos. I like those kind of dark things, so I do, you know.
Big Netflix fan?
Yeah, I like Netflix, you know. I like those kind of series, so I do. I love sport. Look, I watch sport. Yeah. You know, I can watch every sport.
Yeah, no, same, likewise.
The only really good thing that I've thought about lockdown is that we have pretty much football every night of the week.
It's not the best thing. You're an Arsenal fan, aren't you?
Well, that's
struggling.
That's quite. Do you know what? They're so bad at the moment. I don't get upset, so it's okay.
What's your favourite film then?
I'd say definitely Braveheart.
Braveheart. I've never seen Braveheart.
Are you joking?
No, I've never seen Braveheart.
Oh my God, it's the best film that's ever been made. Go on tonight and watch it. Well, obviously the Masters is on, so you can't watch it. But
yeah, I'll start on Monday night.
Monday night, watch Braveheart.
So talking of Braveheart, any famous inspirational quotes from it?
Oh, there's a lot.
You gonna give me one?
Every man dies, not every man really lives.
Is that the accent it's done in?
Not quite, no. He does it obviously in a bit more strongish Scottish accent, which I can't.
Oh, is it Scottish?
Which I can't really do.
Oh, okay, nice. I've heard a rumour when you rocked up to the premiere of your film. Did you travel on a motorbike? Am I making that up?
I was late.
Did you travel?
Yeah, I ended up getting on a motorbike. Yeah, I actually was late. I had to get on a motorbike. Someone had to whip me through
traffic.
Through the traffic, yeah.
In London?
Yeah, so that's very true. I was on a motorbike.
What was it, pizza bike or like a...
bit faster than push bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was literally like a pizza bike, yeah.
And if someone could play you in a proper film, who would it be? Anyone in the world?
Obviously, you'd have to... It's very difficult to find someone with the looks and the personality, wouldn't it? So.
Yeah, it would. What about Cillian Murphy? That's a bit of you, isn't it?
He's got a bit of madness in him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Madness in his eyes. Bradley Cooper, because he's probably as good a singer as me. So.
Yeah. But actually, you got a lot. You got the looks, you got the charisma, and you got a voice. Right, quick 5 questions then. Desert Island, last meal. Last meal on a desert island, what are you having?
Steak and chips.
Steak and chips. And if you have to take one of these 3 people, Ruby, Fitzy or Luke Harvey.
Go me on.
Go on, you got to take one though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Fitzy, Luke or Ruby?
I mean, probably Luke, because he's older than both of them, and I'd probably have a better chance of, if I brought Luke, I'd have probably a better chance of sort of like, at least they might like someone with hair, someone a bit younger, someone, obviously he's got a very much better personality than me, but yeah, I'd probably bring Luke, the other two are, the other two would start talking about winning Grand Nationals and stuff like that, wouldn't they, you know what I mean?
We're talking about winning Grand Nationals, let's talk about serious stuff just for a moment. Don't Push It, world's greatest horse race, what a moment that was.
Yeah, it was probably the one. Look, I don't think winning the Grand National made me any better jockey, and up until that time I used to convince myself it was okay that I hadn't won, that I'd failed 14 times, that better jockeys than me, like John Franklin, John Joe Neal, Peter Scudamore, Charlie Swan, Frank Perry, multiple champion jockeys in Ireland and England, hadn't won the Grand National. And then there was lads that won the Grand National that you'd, no disrespect, but you would never hear of from one year to the next, But Don't Push It, I got probably as much fulfillment from, because there was a little bit of completion, you know what I mean? It was the one thing that was kind of missing.
It was a piece of the puzzle, wasn't it? What evaded the CV.
It's just nice to say that when you go out, that you won the Grand National.
You've won everything now, haven't you?
So it's kind of so there was a lot of fulfillment in it. It wasn't it wasn't like the greatest achievement of my career like that, but it was the one day that I felt I felt a lot of fulfillment. The most fulfillment I probably got from the Marches.
100%. No, good, and good to do it for John Joe as well.
And for John Joe, and John Joe I'd been riding for a long time, and for JP, who it's one of those, you get employed to win big races, that's why they employ you. You're meant to win on the big stage, and there is no bigger stage than winning the Grand National.
No, absolutely not. And we'll finish with the final few quiz questions. What takeout? That's not a takeout, that's the wrong question. What Take That song won the race in 2016? You've got to use your brain here for a second.
God,
this is dangerous. When AP starts using his brain, sing it if it hits you. Take That song.
Rule the World.
Rule the World.
Rule the World.
How does that go?
Gary Barlow, remember singing it. He's good. He's a talented.
How does it go? Rule the world. I'm trying to think. If you stay by my side, we can rule the
Hang on,
world.
let's have a look.
Come on. What horse with the number 1 in its name won the race? Grand National.
With number 1. With number 1 in its name?
Yeah, 1.
One for Arsenal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky question.
I started thinking about number 6, Valverde, and stuff like that, number 1.
Right, now we're doing a dartboard charity challenge, essentially, for the Grand National. Who's got the best name in the Grand National? We want you to choose the horse with the best name. You think, not the horse you think's going to win the Grand National, but this is for.
Who's got the best name in the Grand National? So I have to pick a name any second now.
Any horse, go on.
Any second.
Yeah. Just bear in mind, if it wins, it does create money for charity. So.
Yeah, I've gone with any second now.
Oh, that is what you're going for?
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me you're picking one any second now. So you're going. You reckon that's the most glamorous name on there? Sorry, we're going for glamorous names, and he's gone for any second now.
Well, it's either that or Chris's Dream, bro.
Yeah, Chris's Dream then.
Right,
we're doing both. Should we have them both?
No, we're going with Chris's Dream.
No, do you know what? But we can have them both for charity. It's for charity. So you're covering all aspects here.
Yeah. I mean, it would be every woman's dream if Chris's Dream won.
Yeah, any second now.
Yeah, any second now. Any second now, Chris's Dream will win.
Job done. Sir Anthony, what a legend. I don't know how to sum that up, Barry. Don't think you got away with it, because I've got a lot of quick fire questions to have with you. But that was obviously a very interesting chat. Some great highlight reels of obviously AP and his singing days. But Barry, obviously we spoke more seriously. We'll get onto some fun stuff with you to say, but more seriously, what is it actually like for all our viewers at home? We had a brief chat there where AP won the Grand National on Don't Push It. Monty's Pass. What was that moment like for you?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's as AP. It's. I was lucky. It came early in my career. It was 2003. I think it was my 4th ride in the Grand National. And it's one you dream of as a kid.
Yeah.
no matter where you live, if you're involved in any way in horses, you dream of winning the Grand National. So to tick that box, for me to get it early was brilliant. Yeah, and it was celebrated well. We had plenty of good nights out on that one.
I bet you did. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it for 1 second, Barry. Right. Before we look at tomorrow's race, and we're going to focus on a few races tomorrow, we're going to do some quick fire questions with yourself, Barry. So get prepared for this. You don't have to be too quick fire. You can think about them. I call them quick fire, but they never really are quick fire. What song would you sing, Barry, in a karaoke?
I used to sing "Sex Bomb" by Tom Jones.
You got it in your locker now, or?
I said I used to, and there would be a lot of alcohol involved as well.
Yeah, that'd been after you won all those big races. I'm sure that was the one that used to come out. Favorite film? Obviously, AP said, I think he said Braveheart. I've never heard of Braveheart. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But like AP said, I'll focus on that when the Masters is out of the way. I might watch it next week. But your favorite film?
Favorite film? Well, Braveheart was good. Gladiator. Whenever Gladiator pops up, I tend to watch it. Yeah. Or actually, do you know what was brilliant? I haven't seen it in a long time. Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Oh, these are films before my time. It's Pulp.
Yeah, you want to watch Pulp Fiction? That's a classic.
Which one? Pulp Fiction?
Well, both, but Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that's the one. I haven't seen it in a good few years, but it is.
Pulp Fiction, was that Patrick Swayze, or am I making that up?
No, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, you're thinking of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, that is what I'm thinking of. Dirty Dancing. Actually, who's your favorite actor? Just on the subject, you got a favorite actor?
Denzel Washington. Actually, he's brilliant. Yeah, really good.
Legend. Yeah, Denzel Washington, legend. Well, you've obviously seen Braveheart. That was actually my next question on the list. But who would play you in a film? Say you had your own film, like AP. Obviously, being AP, kind of shrugged it off as it not really being a proper film. But I thought it was a proper film. But if someone played you, Barry, you had a film, like, who would it be?
I don't know. Probably wouldn't be Denzel Washington. Yeah, it'd be maybe. You said Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy, he's Irish. Yeah, I'm still a bit skinny. So maybe Cillian Murphy. Bradley Cooper. I think AP is boxing, but was way putting out Bradley Cooper now.
So do I. I didn't want to tell him, but he's miles away with that one. Poor old Bradley would be, he would wonder what's hit him if he saw a picture of AP, bless him. But Desert Island, last meal, any meal in the world. We've had all sorts on this. I think Katie Walsh said she said lamb with a bit of mint jelly. Do you like lamb, Barry, just on the subject? Roast lamb?
Yeah. Yeah,
do you have mint jelly or mint sauce? Seriously,
mint
it's
sauce.
Quite important.
Mint sauce. You have too rich. The jelly is too rich. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. But what would your last meal be?
Lamb would be okay. I don't know, lamb. I'm surprised AP, he changed his favorite meal always was, all he used to eat when he was riding was chicken and mayonnaise. So I'm glad to see he's moved on to steak and chips. For sure. Here, I'll have a nice roast leg of lamb then.
Yeah, you can't beat
bottle or 5 red wine.
Yeah, what's your red wine? What's your go-to?
What's my go-to? I have a Shiraz probably. Yeah, love a Shiraz.
Nice. Can't beat that. And AP said he'd have obviously took Luke to a desert island, Luke Harvey, but you used to lodge with him. Am I right in saying when you came over to England?
I did. I had a room in Hotel Harvey for probably 7 or 8 years.
I bet you saw some sights, right?
Yeah. We had a bit of fun over the years. Would I want to be stuck in a desert island with him? Probably not. But having said that, I wouldn't want to be there with Fitzy or Ruby or AP for that matter.
That is my question. Your choices are Ruby, AP, or Fitzy.
Yeah,
so you got to choose one of them.
They're not great options.
They're not, to be fair, but
they're not. No. Fitzy might eat me. AP might eat me. Ruby, I'd probably have the upper hand on Ruby, so I'll take him.
Yeah, take Ruby along. Yeah, why not? Absolutely, why not? Right, we're gonna look at tomorrow's race in a second. Obviously, we have a charity bet. Your charity bet, Barry, will be for Walton Centre, which is a specialist centre dedicated to neuro services. So they do some amazing work. So based on the Randox Grand National, who is your selection?
Well, the name I'd have to pick would be, I think the Grand National is all about taking risks. So I'd go with him. Sean Quillen rides him. He's very good over a fence. So taking risks. I'd say he's about 41 maybe.
Yeah, do you actually? I know you obviously reverted to taking risk being exactly what you have to do in the national, but do you fancy taking risk chance for our viewers watching this if they want a small punting or undecided?
Do you know, you saw 66 to 1 shot winning today. You can't say any horse has no chance. And if you make a case for one, you make a case for them all. So it's wide open as always. So I hope he has a chance.
Yeah. Well, let's discuss tomorrow's racing, focusing on a couple of races, the Marsh in the Topham. How do you see the Marsh going? Obviously, a few Irish contenders in there. Just pronounce to me Joseph O'Brien's horse in that race. I can't. My pronunciation is not the best, Barry. But if you can pronounce it for me, I would be greatly appreciated.
Well, you're asking an Irishman, but this is French, I think. Facadou de Riz.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Well, that's how the commentators pronounce it, so I just copied them.
I said it. Alice asked me the question when we were at Cheltenham, and I went through about 4 different pronunciations, and to be fair, it sounded explicit towards the end, but we got there eventually. But obviously, Politolog runs in this race as well. God, I nearly fell off my stool then. Politolog ran in this race, trained by obviously Paul Nichols, of course. He's had a good day today. How do you see the Marsh panning out?
Yeah, it's going to be funny. Politolog comes here a little bit fresh. He missed Cheltenham, but he is getting on in years. But you saw what Plantis Obo did today after being beaten in Newbury a few weeks ago. So the Nichols team are in great form. But Notebook is an interesting horse. I think he's going to be better stepping up and trip, but he's going to take on Politolog up the front, which I don't think is going to suit Politolog. And that might just fall into the hands of Facadou de Riz then, if you want to pronounce his name.
Yeah, Fakir Dudery, yeah, something like that. But obviously Rachel Blackmore rides to the Notebook. Just a quick line on her. How good is she?
Oh, she's brilliant. She had an amazing Cheltenham. She made all the right decisions, at all the right times, which isn't an easy thing. Cheltenham, a lot of pressure, big races, and she just made it look so simple. She was unfortunate today get a fall off Jason the Militant, but that just goes to show you it's 0 to 0 in racing. You can't get too far ahead of yourself.
No, you can't. No, exactly. And looking ahead to the Topham as well, the Randox Topham. I mean, this is as tough as picking a national winner, right?
It is, but there's great confidence behind Live, Love, Laugh from the Willie Mullins camp.
Favourite now, 7-1 favourite.
Yeah, he jumps really well. He ran in the Grand National 2 years ago and didn't get the trip. He definitely has a big chance, and I say a lot of confidence behind him. If I was still riding, I'd imagine I would be on Modus, and I think Modus has a good chance. He was third in the Sefton last time on soft ground, having won it Aintree on the Mileway course before that. So I think Modus has a chance.
Yeah, I believe John Joe Jr. riding for Paul Nichols on Modus there. But yeah, like you just said, Live, Love, Laugh is obviously jumped these fences before, comes here in good form. So that'll be the 2 selections. Right, Barry? It's the Ladies' Day Style Award, and we're going to show you a little clip now. I caught up with a lady called Lizzy. She won the Ladies' Day Style Award last year. They had to do it virtually, of course, because of COVID. It interrupted it, but she's a judge this year. I caught up with her, and you can still enter as well for any ladies watching.
So, Lizzy, good to see you again. Obviously, I spoke to you today on ITV Racing. If the people would have tuned into ITV, they'd have seen that. But you are a junior doctor working for the NHS. And you also won the Ladies' Day Style Awards. So tell us a little bit about the Ladies' Day Style Awards, because you're doing a different role this year. You won it virtually last year, but this year you're a judge. Am I right in saying?
Yeah, so really exciting. I've been asked to come back this year as a judge, which I was really honoured to be asked. It's such a big thing for Liverpool, the Ladies' Day Style Awards. So yeah, I'm just so excited to be a part of it.
You've never actually been to Aintree, to the Grand National meeting, have you?
No, not the actual Grand National itself. I've been to one of the races there before, but I've actually always wanted to go to Ladies' Day, so I can't wait to go.
Yeah, it's on your bucket list, obviously, to come here for Ladies' Day. But no, we're obviously celebrating everything the NHS has done. That must have been a really kind of full-on year you've had yourself.
It's been quite a challenge, I guess, for a first year working as a junior doctor, but I think it has been for everyone, and it's been a difficult year for everyone, not just anyone in the NHS, but I'm just glad that I've been able to help out.
Yeah, and with the Ladies' Day Style Awards, you're judging this year. What does that involve? Because like you just said, it's massive for all the ladies being at, Aintree. It's such a thing, getting dressed up to the nines. We miss that being here with no crowds. It really is different, because this place is just full of people dressed so differently.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. But what does your role involve then as a judge? You just picking out who looks best, quite simply, or is there more to it?
I I guess for me, what I want to see when I'm looking at all the entries, and people just put a photo on Facebook with the hashtag a grand day in is the how you enter. And I'm just looking for, you know, really natural girls that are just having fun, and you can just tell that they're really enjoying themselves, you know, like really big smiles, just looking really naturally gorgeous. And also, I just think, you know, it doesn't got to be the biggest, fanciest dress or anything. No one's been shopping this year. So it's definitely not about, you know, how much you've spent. I think it's just how, you know, you look happy in yourself, basically.
Yeah, definitely. And can people still actually enter now?
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, if you watch, yeah, so just use that hashtag, and it's until midday, 12 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, excellent. So if you're watching this, ladies, do get entering, obviously. Lizzy is one of your star judges. And just a quick side question, who dresses better, myself or Ollie Bow?
Oh, I reckon you
Why are you thinking about it? You're not meant to.
I've got nice suits, I'll give you that.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Well, Ollie's not here, so you've not offended him at all. So he won't know. I'll keep that one quiet. No, bless you, Lizzy. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next year at Aintree.
Yes,
you're gonna have to come and experience it.
I will be there.
Oh, bless her. Yeah, what an amazing woman. Worked within the NHS, had a really tough year, of course, with all the COVID going on, and she'll be judging. So if you want to get involved in that, you can from home. Use the hashtag and have some fun with it. Barry, who dresses well? Like any jockey-wise, does anybody dress well? They all think they do. I'm obviously good friends with a few of them. Does anyone stand out?
No, I don't think so. In fairness to AP would have had a smart suit in his time. Ruby's generally fairly dated. I would have thought I was okay, but wasn't setting the standards. No, they're probably an average bunch, yeah.
Yeah, they're out. AP does all right now because obviously he gets suits made for him and given to him, so he doesn't have to do too much thinking. But very honest answer. You could have just put yourself up for that award. But no, Barry, thanks for joining us. Before we go, best bet for you with the next couple of days. Is there anything what really stands out? I
think Chantry House will be very hard to beat tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be obviously an interesting race. Chantry House will be taking on the Tizard pairing as well. Obviously, the Big Breakaway and Fiddler on the Roof. So that'll be an interesting race. Barry, thanks so much. Just before you go, we'll show you how to watch Slide for everybody at home. It'll be obviously the race will be live on ITV, live on Racing TV, and it'll also be live on the Aintree Racecourse website. And there's so much going on, guys. If I know you can't be here, it is such a shame. Like Aintree really is about the crowds and everybody getting involved in the whole community, especially the Scousers. But there's loads going on. The Grand Women's Summit, which is hosted by Alice Plunkett, will be joining me on Saturday. That'll be tomorrow at 12:30, and that'll be on all social channels and the website. There's Masterminded with Ed Chamberlain tomorrow at 7:15 on all social channels and the website. Again, the virtual Grand National, which is great fun, sponsored by Bristol Street Motors, is on at 8 p.m. Tomorrow evening on ITV4, and it will be on again on Saturday at 1 p.m. So check that out. And of course, the Grand National, the Randox Grand National, that'll be on Saturday, 5:50 p.m. I know you're probably not going to miss that one. But I just want to say cheers from Close Brothers. I will see you all tomorrow. And Barry, thank you so much for joining me. You've been an absolute pleasure. That is half an hour gone, and it flew by, as it always does. So thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. Good to see you.
All the best, bud. Take care, guys, and I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. But you guys go easy and see you then.
And they're off. Nearly three the line over the last. It's going to be Protectorat in front for Dan and Harry Skelton. As they make their way down towards the final flight of hurdles, and Montmirail's got the lead. Montmirail the big leap at the last. And they're off for the Betway Bowl. This grade one over the 3 miles and a furlong. But it's going to be third time lucky in this race for Clandis Obo, for Paul Nichols and Harry Cobsing. Jason the Militant up and over safely once again, out in front by a length. Jason the Militant has unseated Rachel Blackmore. But it's Abracadabra to win the Betway entry hurdle. 21 of them race away for the Rose Patterson Randox Foxhunters Open Hunters Chase. It's Cousin Pascal under James King, who has a couple of lengths lead, and Cousin Pascal will win the Rose Patterson Randox Foxhunters. Editor de Jeet needs the line. Sunny Dock is trying really hard, but Editor de Jeet will win the Red Ron. It's Me Too Please for Arthur Moore and Rachel Blackmore to win the Mayor's Bumper. Me Too Please